Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. On social media, I caught wind of people within the XRP community pondering if XRP was actually created, or at least in the concept created, back in 1988, 34 years ago. Now, the too long didn't read version is no. But if you want the specifics of what actually happened and what's going on, then I guess you should probably watch the rest of this latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam. Here's a headline discussing this very topic from the Crypto Basic. Patent documents reveal David Schwartz may have come up with XRP ledger concept in 1988. There's like a hint of truth, if I'm being generous. There's like a hint of truth in that. Because David Schwartz did come up with something, actually. It's not that there's nothing to this story. I'm not saying that. But he came up with basically distributed ledger technology in 1988. Now that part is absolutely true, and I'm gonna explain. But before going further, I want to be clear: I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so let's jump into this piece here and talk about this. The XRP ledger is today one of the most used blockchain networks in real life payment applications due to its on-demand liquidity, which allows enterprises to use XRP as a bridge currency for faster international transactions at a low cost. And if I could just pause for a moment to note, and I actually did mention this in another video, but it's worth repeating because not everybody would have seen this. There's a quote from Raoul Pal, who is a former Goldman Sachs executive, and he's the founder and CEO of Real Vision. He was quoted as stating the following. XRP Ledger is actually a very used protocol, and generally speaking, it does what is supposed to be doing. There is plenty of activity on chain. End quote. And he said that within the last few days or so in an interview, and he does hold XRP. He's been public about that, and he does think that it's going to go above $10. And part of what he's banking on is full adjudication or positive settlement for XRP holders and regarding the SEC v. Ripple case. And I say for XRP holders because XRP is absolutely being attacked and claimed to be a security, despite what the SEC will say on the face of it all. It absolutely is. But it's certainly true. XRP Ledger is obviously being adopted in terms of Metcalfe's law, which Raoul Pal likes to frequently talk about. It's tracking the same type of action that you've seen even with Bitcoin, if you just look at that particular metric. And he talks about that a lot, and it's perfectly reasonable. Anyways, piece continues. Notably, the network's history is often traced to 2011, when David Schwartz, Jed McCaleb, and Arthur Brito are said to have come together to develop the network. However, a patent document shared by an XRP influencer known as XRP King Doggo 4 indicates that Schwartz may have developed the rough concept for the network as far back as 1988. And so it comes from this exact tweet on your screen here, and I'll make the image full screen for anybody that cares to look. And so King Doggo here the other day wrote the following. David Schwartz created the XRP ledger way back in 1988 when they didn't even had a name for the blockchain. Since they launched it with the name XRPL, it never got hacked nor being halted. XRP was made to become the greatest asset ever created. Okay, so that's what he had to say. I gotta take just a little bit of issue with this because it's not quite factually accurate. He did not create XRP or the XRP ledger back in 1988. What he created and got a patent for was this idea of distributed ledger technology. It wasn't about a cryptocurrency specifically. It was about distributed ledger technology. Also, King Doggo, and nothing against the guy. I'm just for the sake of accuracy, I want to share what I know to be true. He also stated that XRP ledger has never been halted. That's literally not true. The XRP ledger has halted before, and I've covered that. I am pro XRP. XRP is my favorite cryptocurrency, but I'm not going to pretend like there have never been problems, there have never been faults, or there aren't things that could be better potentially. But it's absolutely fantastic. I still believe XRP is the best cryptocurrency on the entire planet in terms of payments. But yes, it actually was halted a couple years or so ago. I covered it in detail. I'm not afraid to talk about the negative stuff here, but I just want to make sure that we're grounded in reality. I also do want to note, this is not the first time that XRP King Doggo has tweeted out about this. On January 9th of this year, he tweeted the following. All happened in 1988. Don't think so? And here comes the scary part. David Schwartz filed an patent application for his distributed computer system decades before Bitcoin was created. XRP was always the chosen one, and Bitcoin was a test. Okay, so back in January, he wasn't saying that he wasn't asserting that it was the XRP ledger. He was calling it what it was back then in January, a distributed computer system. That part is correct, and it was well before Bitcoin was ever created. But when you do say things like XRP was always the chosen one and Bitcoin was a test, you start to lose me a bit there. I don't know exactly what is meant by that, but I hope we're not getting into conspiracy theory territory where there's some sort of shadowy figure out there, or it's government, or the reptilian lizards that are actually our overlords, actually controlling this in terms of what's going to be adopted, and then these reptilian overlords, they tested with Bitcoin first. So hopefully it's not that stuff, but I do hear sometimes people within the community, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just having a little fun with this, but I do hear some people say XRP was the chosen one. They'll say things like, all the money, and I just articulate what that exactly means, because I don't think that XRP is being chosen by humans the world over. It's not like, I mean, if you mean that, then okay, cool. I just don't suppose that's actually what's being, what the intention behind that statement is, because it's humans the world over in every country on the damn planet, just about except for North Korea, determining what the open market price is of XRP. And it's based on, everybody's got their own reason for voting the way they are with their own money. But that's what chooses whether or not there's going to be long-term viability, and nothing is a certainty. I think XRP could certainly be here for decades longer, if not hundreds of years and beyond. But I don't know that. Maybe it goes to zero. I don't have 100% conviction. I have very high conviction, which is why I put real money into this. But I don't have 100%. So it's to say it's chosen, I don't know exactly what is meant by that. But anyways, piece continues. In the abstract of the patent filed by Schwartz in August 1988, he describes a distributed network of computers for distributed data processing, with each node handling portions of the data. While not the same, it is eerily similar to how validation works on the XRP ledger. So I got to pause to take issue with that as well. It is not eerily similar to how validation works on the XRP ledger. In fact, the closest you could reasonably describe this is that it's just what it is. Like, it looks like distributed ledger technology with no cryptocurrency attached to it. That's what it looks like here. But specific to the XRP ledger, no. I don't see how you could make that claim at all. And in fact, David Schwartz has actually talked about this. So some of you may already be aware, but and others not. This topic, this conversation has been had long before. At least beginning a little over 4 years ago. Look at this headline from August 18th, 2018 from Blockchain Reporter. Ripple CTO David Schwartz, pre-blockchain technology 20 years ahead of its time, reads as follows. Long before Schwartz began working with Ripple, he was a cryptographer and was working on a way to more efficiently handle computing tasks. These tasks were far too complex for a single computer at the time to handle, and thus needed a network of multiple computers to complete. To combat this problem, Schwartz designed a computer system that was designed to run on personal computers. This system would essentially split various tasks among various computers to carry them out faster and more efficiently. Not unlike blockchain technology today. So pause. There you go. If you want to broadly compare it to blockchain technology, super duper cool. But to say that this really closely mirrors specifically the XRP ledger and then not flesh out that idea, sorry, can't buy that. Piece continues. David Schwartz successfully applied for a patent for this technology. According to the patent documents, the program is described as, quote, a distributed computer system is a network of computers, each of which functions independently of but a cooperative manner with each other. The versatility of a computer system can be increased by using a plurality of small computers, such as personal computers, to perform simple tasks and a central computer for longer, more complex tasks, end quote. However, the project was eventually shelved. So what went wrong? While Schwartz's idea certainly had its merits, it didn't work out for a simple reason. The advancement of CPUs. The entire basis for the program was that CPUs at the time were not capable of handling certain tasks, and the program was meant to solve that problem. With time, however, the problem solved itself, and Schwartz said the following, this is a quote. CPUs improved in performance much more quickly than expected, and there didn't seem to be much need for distributing tasks dynamically to CPUs with available processing power, end quote. So, long story short, you didn't need a pile of separate computers to do what ultimately one computer could ultimately do because of the advancement of CPU power. That's pretty much it. So, given that now you know the backstory, you know what David Schwartz actually said that it was, you know, to state that this was, you know, the creation and the inception, the idea of XRP Ledger being created in 1998, that's way too much. It honestly is. That's too much. And then to state that this means that XRP is the chosen one, still getting a little bit out there for me. I just respectfully disagree on that front. It doesn't make sense. And then they also wrote here, besides the impending improvements that would that would be made to CPUs, there were a number of problems that hindered the design. For starters, connecting the computers in question proved to be difficult. Fortunately, the emergence of the internet soon solved this. Beyond connectivity issues, there was the issue of dividing the tasks into smaller bits and then distributing among the various computer systems. So there you go. You could say it's somewhat similar to blockchain. There's no thought, no idea of a cryptocurrency or a currency of any kind attached to this type of technology, not back in 1988, certainly. So you could say that there's a parallel in some sense in terms of, you know, computer power being distributed. That's perfectly reasonable to state. I just take issue when there are people saying this is the conception of the XRP ledger. And with all the talk that's been going on over the last day or two on this topic on social media, I thought I'd just chime in and say my piece and hopefully set the record straight so that there's no more confusion on this. But you let me know if I'm missing anything, you think I got something wrong, just let me know. I love thoughtful discourse as long as everybody's playing cool and not being jerkbags. I love being told when I'm wrong, if I'm actually wrong, and even if not, it's fun to talk about stuff anyway and share, you know, opposing viewpoints. So I'll go ahead and leave it there, but keep the conversation flowing in the comment section below. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.